Hey, it's Clay Chart, and this will be a video chart on XMDC. Been following this one for a while, and despite the chatter on it dropping off a little bit, the stock has continued to make significant moves upwards. Um, I think I either did the last video chart here or on this day, and I kind of broke down what sorts of things you wanted to see happen, and they've been happening, so that's why I want to get this updated. But in a nutshell, the chart's looking really good. It's making some good progress as it continues to head up. The one thing that I had noted in the previous video was we had these two levels here, and like I said, before you can really count this as a bounce or reversal, you got to see certain levels be broken and closed above. And now the chart has, in fact, gotten above both its bounce level and then this level up here. So, it looks to me, and I'm still technically going out on a limb here, and I'll explain that in a second. But it looks to me like the chart has officially reversed. The reason I say I'm going out on a limb is technically, I could see some people saying, well, I'll count it as a reversal from this pullback move here if this high up here can be broken and closed above. So I'll make note of that and just make it some kind of random color to remind that that's what that line is. The line that some people may say, well, in order for this to be considered a reversal, that line needs to be closed above. And in case this is the first video you're watching, when I'm talking reversal here, all I'm talking about is short term. Long term, this is all, the chart is still in an uptrend, and this is just a dip. That can be seen by both the rising 200-day and 50-day. So when I'm talking about the pullback here and a bounce and reversal, that is strictly, short term, the past few weeks. So I just want to make sure that we have that distinction there. But let's say we do get a close above here, and that way it's officially a reversal. Well, as the process goes, first stocks have to stabilize, and that's what this candle was. This XMDC was definitely the exception and not the rule. Usually you'll see more sideways action before you'll get a price to move back up. Here's a good example. There's about a week of sideways action. Here's another good example. A few days. Here's 2 days. Here was 1 day. You got this spinning top candle, and then from there it's been going up ever since. So this is usually doesn't happen this way, but in this chart's case, that's exactly how it unfolded. But now that we've stabilized, we're then looking for a bounce, and with the close above that line, that's what you got was a bounce. Then we were looking for a close above this line for the reversal, and now that we have that, so now we're looking for another move up to this high at this level, and with that and the price hopefully pushing through it, that would give us a breakout. And that's the name of the game. You want stocks to be breaking out because that implies that they're usually going through previous highs. So that's where we stand now. The key thing that you'd like to see happen now is for this zone to hold strong in any sort of pullback, and I'm just going to call it a zone, for simplicity's sake. We won't worry about exact levels. We'll just call it between these two levels. But if there is a pullback, so let's say it comes back down here and starts to hover and does hold this line, what that'll allow us to do in the short term is we'll have this low down here, and then we'll have a new low right here. So that'll let us draw an uptrend line and say that we now have a short-term uptrend underway too. So that's why it's important, to hold this level now. Technically, it could fall all the way down here, and let's say put in a low right there. Well, this low would still be higher than that low. So then, yeah, you could still have an uptrend line, but see how this one's a little bit more steeper than this one? You'd want some that's kind of steep, has some steepness to it. You don't want one that goes straight up because that's an unrealistic one that's never going to hold. But if you had to choose what sort of uptrend you'd like, this right here would be an ideal one. But like I said, if you're in this for the long term and it still does put in a higher low, despite a pullback through this zone here, technically you're still okay. Now, people are asking, what's the thing that I need to look for that would just totally kind of turn you off from the chart and just walk away? And the way I'm going to answer that is these moving averages. If you get a high volume day and a close below this 50-day simple moving average here, to me that would be a big turnoff, a big red flag, and it just would not be something you'd want to see. Once again, technically you could make that argument for the 200-day, but that'd be a huge fall until it would even come down here percentage-wise. So waiting for the 200-day, that'd be a bit too much for my personal taste. I would More so just wait to see how it would react around the 50-day. Now, once again, I have no idea. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but I did get some questions like that, so I'm just answering those. But overall, the chart is looking good, especially in the short term. Really making nice gains off of that spinning top candle from, I think, the last time I did the video chart on it. The last thing to note is on any sort of break above this level, the higher the volume down here, the better. You can't get too much volume on breakout days like that. So keep that in mind. Not a total requirement, but one of those things where if you do get a breakout with really nice volume, that's just kind of extra icing on top. So keep that in mind too. If there are any other questions on the chart, please shoot me a message. I'd also encourage you to check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll get a free ebook, which has been getting very good reviews. And with your subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from big boards down to penny stocks. So a good variety, something there for everybody. And best part is it's all free, no strings attached, so it's worth at least checking out. One last time, this was XMDC. Thanks for listening.